What happens when the timeless serenity of ancient wisdom meets the dynamic vibrancy of modern entertainment? Imagine the profound impact of merging two worlds so seemingly different yet deeply intertwined. This is the story of an extraordinary connection. The Dalai Lama, the revered Tibetan spiritual leader known for his unwavering commitment to peace and compassion, and Whoopi Goldberg, a multi-talented actress, comedian, and talk show host, celebrated for her bold wit and unmatched charisma. Together, they create an unlikely yet compelling partnership, proving that collaboration knows no boundaries, not of culture, tradition, or geography. Their connection is a living testament to the boundless potential of human understanding and shared purpose. It is a union that highlights the universal themes of kindness, empathy, and cultural appreciation, while challenging the conventional norms of how wisdom and art can unite to touch millions. Through their shared journey, they shine a light on the power of bridging divides to foster dialogue and mutual respect. So, what can we learn from their remarkable partnership? This is not just a tale of inspiration, it's an invitation to look inward and outward, to reflect on how each of us can contribute to a world where ancient wisdom and modern creativity can come together in harmony. Stay with us as we uncover the layers of this unique relationship and discover the lessons it holds for our interconnected lives. If this story intrigues you, if you're curious about the powerful connections that shape our world, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to join our community. Let's explore more incredible tales that inspire, challenge, and connect us all. Together, we can uncover the wisdom and wonders that make our world extraordinary. Moments that move the world. A talk for world peace. Washington, D.C., 2011. Imagine the sight of 200 individuals gathered on the West Lawn of the U.S. Capitol, united by a singular aspiration for global peace. This became a reality on July 9, 2011, when the Dalai Lama delivered a public talk titled A Talk for World Peace, an event hosted by the inimitable Whoopi Goldberg. The event was not merely a public address, it was a transformative gathering that left an indelible mark on those who attended. The Dalai Lama's message was profoundly simple, yet deeply resonant. He emphasized the importance of inner peace, compassion, and fundamental human values as the foundation for global harmony. In his speech, he reminded everyone that irrespective of cultural or religious backgrounds, the desire for happiness and a meaningful life is universal. To achieve such harmony, he stressed the need for cultivating inner peace, a peace that comes from within, grounded in compassion, forgiveness, and understanding. The Dalai Lama also highlighted the potential for religious harmony, asserting that all religious traditions have the capability to foster inner peace and contribute to a more harmonious world. Whoopi Goldberg's role in this monumental event cannot be understated. Known for her warmth, wit, and authenticity, she served as the perfect intermediary between the Dalai Lama and the diverse audience. Her ability to ask meaningful questions allowed the audience to connect more deeply with the spiritual leader's message. Far from being a passive host, Whoopi acted as a bridge, ensuring that the Dalai Lama's teachings were accessible and relatable. Her humor and humanity dissolved barriers, creating an atmosphere of shared hope and determination. This event compelled attendees and observers alike to reflect on the question, what does inner peace mean in a world rife with turbulence and discord? The Dalai Lama's insights suggested that peace is not an abstract concept, but a practice, a daily commitment to fostering compassion, patience, and understanding. It was a call to action for each individual to take responsibility for their inner state, recognizing that global peace begins with personal transformation. One World Consort, Syracuse, New York, 2012. A year later, the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg reunited on another stage, this time for the One World Consort, held on October 9, 2012, at Syracuse University's Carrier Dome. This event was part of the Common Ground for Peace initiative, aiming to merge music, spirituality, and activism into a singularly impactful experience. With the Dalai Lama's teachings at its heart, the event also showcased performances by an array of renowned artists, including Dave Matthews, Nelly Furtado, and Cyndi Lauper, among others. The Dalai Lama's speech at the concert centered on the oneness of humanity and the importance of global responsibility. He emphasized that every individual is a part of a greater whole, a global family that must prioritize collective well-being over individual gain. His message, rooted in compassion and shared humanity, resonated profoundly in a world often divided by dogma and identity. He declared kindness is the universal religion, urging the audience to embrace this principle in their daily lives. Whoopi Goldberg's role as MC once again elevated the event. Her humor, relatability, and warmth provided a connective thread between the audience, performers, and the Dalai Lama. Whoopi's unique ability to blend entertainment with profound wisdom ensured that the event's message transcended cultural and generational divides. She created a space where wisdom and entertainment coexisted, making the profound accessible to all. The One World concert was more than a celebration of music and spirituality. It was a demonstration of how art and collective consciousness can spark meaningful change. The collaboration of diverse artists and the Dalai Lama's timeless teachings underscored the idea that unity and creativity can address some of the world's most pressing challenges. Attendees left the event inspired to see themselves as global citizens, motivated to act with compassion and responsibility. The legacy of these moments, both A Talk for World Peace and the One World concert, stand as testaments to the power of collective action and shared purpose. They exemplify how spirituality, art, and individual responsibility can come together to inspire profound change. The collaboration between the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg demonstrated that wisdom and humor, compassion, and creativity can create spaces where individuals are moved to reflect, connect, and act. In a world often fragmented by conflict and division, these events remind us of the transformative potential of shared human experiences. They call on us to cultivate inner peace, to practice compassion, and to view ourselves as part of a larger, interconnected global family. The question remains, how will we carry forward these lessons in our daily lives, ensuring that moments like these continue to move the world toward greater harmony? Lessons from their collaboration. The power of shared values. At the heart of their collaboration lies a profound truth. Shared values have the power to transcend differences. Despite their contrasting backgrounds, the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg have come together to champion principles such as compassion, peace, and justice. The Dalai Lama, as a revered spiritual leader and advocate for Tibetan independence, has consistently embodied these ideals through his teachings on mindfulness, inner peace, and nonviolence. His life's work has been an unwavering commitment to fostering understanding among people of different beliefs and cultures. On the other hand, Whoopi Goldberg, an award-winning actress, comedian, and humanitarian, has leveraged her platform to advocate for equality and social justice. Through humor and authenticity, she addresses serious societal issues in a way that resonates with a wide and diverse audience. Their collaboration showcases the universal nature of shared values. By working together, they demonstrate that seemingly disparate paths can converge when guided by principles that prioritize the betterment of humanity. Whoopi's humor complements the Dalai Lama's wisdom, creating a unique synergy that amplifies their collective message. Humor serves as a bridge, making profound spiritual teachings more relatable and accessible to individuals who might otherwise find such concepts intimidating or abstract. This dynamic partnership embodies the essence of humanity, the ability to find unity in diversity and to harness individual strengths for the greater good. Their relationship also underscores an important lesson about collaboration. It is not merely about working side by side, but about truly valuing and integrating the unique gifts each person brings to the table. Whoopi's ability to connect with people on an emotional level does not diminish the depth of the Dalai Lama's teachings. Instead, it enhances them, creating a platform where profound wisdom and relatable humor coexist to inspire action and introspection. This is a powerful example of how combining diverse strengths can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Bridging the gap between worlds. The collaboration between Whoopi Goldberg and the Dalai Lama exemplifies the importance of bridging divides, whether cultural, generational, or ideological. Whoopi's involvement in events like the One World Consort extends beyond simply drawing attention. It actively engages a broader audience. Her approachable demeanor and comedic charm serve as entry points for individuals who might otherwise feel disconnected from the spiritual teachings of the Dalai Lama. By participating in such initiatives, she helps demystify these teachings, making them accessible and relatable to people from all walks of life. During the One World Consort, held in October 2012 at Syracuse University, Whoopi's role as MC was pivotal. She introduced the Dalai Lama to a diverse audience, blending humor with reverence to set the tone for an event focused on global peace and unity. Her presence highlighted an essential aspect of bridging gaps, the willingness to bring different worlds together and to create a space where mutual understanding can flourish. This collaboration invites us to reflect on our own lives and consider the ways in which we can bridge gaps, whether between cultures, generations, or belief systems. In today's interconnected world, the ability to bridge divides is a vital skill. It requires humility, courage, and a genuine willingness to listen and learn. The partnership between the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg is a shining example of this effort. They show that bridging divides does not mean erasing differences, but celebrating them while finding common ground. Their work reminds us that meaningful connections are built on respect, empathy, and a shared vision for a better world. Art and spirituality, a catalyst for change. One of the most compelling aspects of the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg's collaboration is their use of art and spirituality as tools for transformation. Events like the One World Consort demonstrate the unique power of creative expression to inspire and unite. Music in particular serves as a universal language that transcends barriers of culture, language, and belief. When paired with the timeless wisdom of the Dalai Lama, it creates a force for change that is both inspiring and enduring. The One World Consort featured performances by renowned artists such as Dave Matthews, Natasha Bedingfield, and Cyndi Lauper. These artists use their music to convey messages of peace, hope, and unity, resonating deeply with the audience. The Dalai Lama's presence added a spiritual dimension to the event, encouraging reflection and a deeper understanding of shared humanity. Whoopi Goldberg's role in tying these elements together was crucial. Her ability to connect with the audience through humor and storytelling ensured that the event's messages were not only heard, but felt. Henry DeGood helps transform. Art has a unique ability to bypass our defenses and speak directly to our souls. It has the power to remind us of our shared humanity and to inspire action in moments of division. The collaboration between the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg highlights this potential. By combining art and spirituality, they create a platform that fosters empathy, understanding, and collective action. Their work invites us to consider the role of art in our own journeys toward compassion and connection. How can we use creative expression to bridge divides and inspire change in our communities? The partnership between the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg offers profound lessons about the power of shared values, the importance of bridging divides, and the transformative potential of art and spirituality. Their collaboration reminds us that unity is possible even in the face of diversity. By combining their unique strengths, they demonstrate how individuals from different backgrounds can come together to inspire change and promote a more compassionate, just, and peaceful world. Their work serves as a powerful reminder that each of us has a role to play in building bridges, celebrating diversity, and harnessing creativity to create a brighter future for all. A deeper reflection. The partnership between the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg offers a profound opportunity to reflect on the deeper questions of life. What truly defines a meaningful existence? Is it about pursuing solitary achievements? Or is it about harnessing one's unique gifts to serve others and build a more compassionate world? The juxtaposition of the Dalai Lama's solemn wisdom with Whoopi Goldberg's humor and charisma presents a compelling narrative that even the most unlikely collaborations can yield extraordinary results. Their synergy highlights a universal truth. The richness of human experience lies in diversity. While the Dalai Lama's teachings are rooted in centuries-old spiritual traditions, Goldberg's comedic talent and accessible charm breathed new life into these messages, ensuring their relevance in the contemporary world. This partnership challenges us to see value not only in our individual abilities, but also in how those abilities can complement others' strengths to create something transformative. The critical role of women in advocacy. Whoopi Goldberg's involvement in events alongside the Dalai Lama serves as a powerful reminder of the pivotal role women play in advocacy and global leadership. As a prominent figure in these discussions, Goldberg exemplifies the unique power of women's voices to inspire, connect, and challenge societal norms. Her presence, commanding yet inclusive, underscores the necessity of diverse perspectives in global conversations. Throughout history, women have often been the backbone of social and political movements, yet their contributions are frequently overshadowed or underappreciated. Goldberg's role in these collaborations brings this issue into sharp focus. By leveraging her platform to amplify messages of peace, compassion, and understanding, she not only enhances the dialogue, but also highlights the broader importance of representation. Her leadership sends a clear message. When women are given the space to lead, they bring unique insights and strengths that enrich the discourse and drive meaningful change. This partnership also acts as a call to action for societies worldwide. How can we better support, elevate, and celebrate the voices of women in our communities? Goldberg's example demonstrates the immense value of empowering women in leadership roles and underscores the necessity of ensuring that these contributions are recognized and valued. The intersection of media and spiritual messaging. Another critical dimension of the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg's collaboration lies in their effective use of media as a platform for spiritual messaging. In an era dominated by rapid news cycles and fleeting sound bites, the ability to convey profound truths in an engaging and accessible manner has never been more essential. This partnership showcases the potential of modern media to bridge the gap between ancient wisdom and contemporary audiences. Whoopi Goldberg's ability to reinterpret and present the Dalai Lama's teachings for a modern context ensures their continued relevance. Her approachable demeanor and natural humor make complex spiritual principles digestible for a broader audience, breaking down barriers that might otherwise prevent such teachings from resonating. This dynamic reveals how traditional knowledge can thrive when adapted to meet the needs of a changing world. Moreover, this collaboration challenges each of us to reflect on the wisdom we carry and consider how we might share it with others. Wisdom, as demonstrated by the Dalai Lama and Goldberg, does not belong solely to monasteries or academic institutions. It thrives wherever there is a willingness to listen and learn. Their partnership inspires individuals to embrace their own unique experiences and use them as a source of strength and guidance for others. A lesson for our time. In a world increasingly divided by political, social, and cultural differences, the partnership between the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg serves as a beacon of hope. It reminds us that collaboration across boundaries, be they cultural, professional, or ideological, can yield powerful results. By blending the Dalai Lama's profound spiritual insights with Goldberg's talent for engaging and inspiring diverse audiences, this collaboration demonstrates the enduring relevance of compassion, empathy, and shared humanity. Ultimately, their work invites us to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. What unique gifts do we possess, and how can we use them to serve others? How can we create spaces where diverse voices and perspectives come together to address the pressing challenges of our time? And perhaps most importantly, how can we listen more deeply and learn from those who may seem vastly different from us? The answers to these questions may hold the key to building a more compassionate, inclusive, and harmonious world. A call to action. As we reflect on the remarkable collaboration between the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg, one undeniable truth emerges. Each of us has the capacity to contribute to building a more compassionate, interconnected world. Their story is not just a celebration of two extraordinary individuals, but a powerful reminder of the untapped potential within all of us to bridge divides, inspire others, and take meaningful action. Their partnership speaks to something profound, the idea that no matter our background, talents, or circumstances, we have the ability to make a difference. Small acts of kindness, like offering a helping hand, listening without judgment, or extending understanding to someone unlike ourselves, can have transformative effects. Similarly, bold initiatives, whether through art, advocacy, or community building, can ignite movements that ripple far beyond what we might initially imagine. Take a moment to reflect. How can you, in your daily life, serve as a bridge between worlds? How can your unique perspective, skills, and passions contribute to fostering understanding and harmony in a world often divided by differences? It might be through the stories you share, the connections you nurture, or the causes you champion. Every effort, no matter how modest, has the potential to inspire and uplift others. In a time when polarization and conflict seem prevalent, the Dalai Lama and Whoopi Goldberg's collaboration is a beacon of hope, reminding us that unity and purpose can emerge from even the most unexpected partnerships. Their example challenges us to look beyond superficial divisions and focus on what truly unites us as human beings: a shared desire for peace, connection, and a better future. This call to action invites us all to participate in creating a world driven by compassion and creativity. Imagine a future where collaboration is the norm, where empathy bridges differences, and where collective purpose transcends individual ambition. That future is possible, but it requires each of us to take a step forward, no matter how small, and commit to a shared mission, to see beyond ourselves, to act with love, and to shape a world that reflects the best of what humanity can achieve. Let this be our collective purpose: to inspire, to connect, and to act with intention. Together we can turn moments of kindness into movements of change, proving that the power of unity is far greater than the forces that seek to divide us. Let compassion be our guiding principle, and let the legacy of partnerships like this remind us that greatness lies not just in what we achieve individually, but in what we accomplish together. In a serene Himalayan monastery nestled amidst snow-capped peaks, there lived a young monk named Tenzin. Born into a family of nomadic herders, Tenzin had chosen the spiritual path at a young age, drawn by an innate yearning for deeper understanding. He was known among his peers for his unwavering discipline and profound questions about the nature of suffering and the human condition. One day, the abbot of the monastery called Tenzin to his chamber. The elderly monk, his face a tapestry of wrinkles and serenity, handed Tenzin an unusual assignment. "You must go to the West," the abbot said. "Take with you the teachings of the Buddha and observe how they resonate in a land driven by desire and distraction. Seek those who are open to understanding compassion and share what you know. This is both your test and your offering." Tenzin accepted the challenge with humility, though his heart raced with trepidation. He had never ventured beyond the mountain valleys, and the idea of navigating the vast, bustling cities of the West felt daunting. Nevertheless, he trusted his teacher's wisdom and prepared for the journey. Months later, Tenzin found himself in New York City. The cacophony of honking cars, flashing billboards, and hurried footsteps overwhelmed his senses. Yet, amidst the chaos, he sensed an underlying thirst for meaning. It was as if the city itself was a reflection of the restless human mind, constantly seeking fulfillment, but rarely finding peace. The town's street. One evening, while attending a cultural event at a community center, Tenzin encountered a familiar figure, a woman with a radiant presence and a hearty laugh that seemed to fill the room. It was Clara Rivers, an actress he had seen in films during his cultural orientation. Clara, intrigued by the presence of a Tibetan monk in the audience, "What brings you here, my friend?" she asked, her voice warm and inviting. "I am here to observe and learn," Tenzin replied with a gentle bow, "and to share the teachings of compassion where they are welcome." Clara's eyes sparkled with curiosity. "Compassion, huh? That's something we could all use more of. Would you mind if we talked more about it?" The following week, Clara invited Tenzin to join her on a talk show she was hosting. The theme of the episode was finding inner peace in a chaotic world, and Clara believed Tenzin's perspective could provide much-needed insight for her audience. During the show, Tenzin shared the Buddhist teachings on compassion and mindfulness. He spoke of how suffering arises from attachment and aversion, and how cultivating kindness toward oneself and others could alleviate this suffering. The audience listened intently, their initial skepticism giving way to a quiet sense of reverence. As ever, his brother reached into his pocket and produced a dark leather case filled with coins. One member of the audience, a young woman named Sarah, raised her hand. "I've lost my job, my relationship ended, and I feel like my life has no direction. How can I practice compassion when I feel so broken inside?" Tenzin smiled gently. "Compassion begins with yourself. When we suffer, it is easy to believe we are unworthy of kindness. But the Buddha taught that suffering is universal, and acknowledging this connects us to others. Start by being gentle with yourself, as you would with a dear friend in pain. From there, compassion will naturally extend outward. By pursuing our true selves, life will become more meaningful." The episode resonated with viewers across the country. Messages poured in, thanking Tenzin and Clara for their heartfelt discussion. But for Clara, the experience ignited a personal journey. She began attending Tenzin's meditation sessions and invited him to speak at various events she was involved in. Their partnership soon led to a grand opportunity, a joint event at Carnegie Hall titled Compassion in Action. Artists, activists, and thought leaders gathered to explore how compassion could address societal challenges like inequality, racism, and environmental destruction. The highlight of the evening was a dialogue between Tenzin and Clara, where they shared their perspectives on how art and spirituality could unite people in times of division. Clara, with her characteristic humor, asked Tenzin, "So, what does a monk think about Hollywood?" End of dialogue. Tenzin chuckled. "Hollywood is like samskara, a cycle of illusion and craving. But within it, there is potential for awakening. Art can be a powerful medium for inspiring change." The audience erupted in laughter and applause, struck by the simplicity and truth of his analogy. Over time, Tenzin and Clara's friendship deepened. Clara shared stories of her struggles, the racism and sexism she had faced in her career, her battles with self-doubt, and her journey to finding her voice. Tenzin, in turn, shared anecdotes from his monastic life, including moments of doubt and the lessons he had learned from his teachers. One day, Clara confided, "Tenzin, I've been thinking about something you said, about how compassion isn't just a feeling, but an action. I want to do more than just talk about it. I want to create something lasting." This led to the creation of the Compassion Project, a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting mindfulness and compassionate practices in schools and underserved communities. Clara leveraged her celebrity influence to garner support, while Tenzin provided spiritual guidance and training for the program's facilitators. One of the first beneficiaries of the Compassion Project was a 12-year-old girl named Maya. Living in a neighborhood plagued by violence and poverty, Maya had grown up with a hardened heart. She struggled to trust anyone and often lashed out in anger. Through the Compassion Project, Maya's school introduced mindfulness sessions. Initially resistant, Maya reluctantly attended. But one day, during a guided meditation led by Tenzin, something shifted. Tenzin had asked the students to visualize someone who had shown them kindness and to silently thank that person. Maya thought of her grandmother, who had passed away the previous year. As tears streamed down her face, she realized how much she missed her grandmother's unconditional love. That moment became a turning point. Maya began to open up, both to herself and others. Over time, she became a mentor for younger students, teaching them the very practices that had transformed her. Years later, Tenzin returned to his monastery in the Himalayas, carrying with him the stories and lessons from his journey. He shared these tales with his fellow monks, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all beings. Compassion, he said, is not limited by geography or culture. Whether in a bustling city or a quiet monastery, it has the power to heal and unite. And sometimes, the most profound lessons come from the most unexpected places. As for Clara, she continued her advocacy, blending humor with wisdom in her public appearances. Her work with the Compassion Project expanded, reaching thousands of children across the globe. The story of Tenzin and Clara is more than a narrative. It is a reminder of what is possible when ancient wisdom meets modern ingenuity. It challenges us to consider how we can bring compassion into our own lives and communities. As the Dalai Lama often says, be kind whenever possible. It is always possible. Through their journey, we see that compassion is not just a concept to be understood, but a practice to be lived. And in living it, we not only transform ourselves, but also the world around us.